I do think that there is this new trend towards chasing the ideology rather than gathering the facts. And I think that's in part a product of the new business model that the newspapers around the world, and particularly in the US, are facing, which is used to be one of advertising. Their model, the business model, is based on advertising, which meant that every single reader mattered because every reader looked at the ad, and that's what gave the ads value to the advertisers, and that drove revenue. Today, we are looking at a new business model that is based on subscription. And that means that something like 2% of a total readership is actually paying for the product. What that in turn means is that the editorial line of these newspapers is catering towards the most extreme or radical part of the readership, the one that's incentivized to pay for it. And that is exactly, I think, what explains why we are seeing this kind of radicalization of news, where news becomes opinion pushing rather than fact gathering, because that's what sells. That's what motivates these people to maintain their subscriptions. And I do think that's kind of the shift that a lot of people are seeing, especially at the New York Times, which is that it went from being classically liberal, which was something that, a lot of longtime New York Times readers and subscribers supported. They supported a view that was pushing toward the left, but it was still rooted in a shared notion of the truth and an Enlightenment conception of what the truth is, which is an objective thing that we're all trying to do our best to get to. And they moved to this model that is exactly post-truth, that is quote unquote woke, as we call it in the United States. And that is one which uses the truth to achieve ideological aims, which is openly about seeing truth as what empowers the right people and what, in their view, emancipates other people from slavery, rather than seeing truth as something that exists in and of itself, which has been the traditional model of journalism for a very long time until recently.